Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Flavia and thank you so much for clicking subscribe, for being part of the family, and every single time I send the link out, you make sure you tell somebody, come, content, come, see, come. So thank you so much for the love. And it's Women's Month in March, and in just a few days it's going to be International Women's Day. Let's celebrate us. Women's Day is, first of all, I don't understand why we get just one day, guys. You're going to argue that there's Mother's Day, but I feel like women should be celebrated every day. But before we ask other people to celebrate us, do we celebrate ourselves? Do we as women appreciate ourselves? So I read an article that was written 2 years ago on Forbes, and this reporter, woman, was actually, she went out to do research on why it's hard for women to make relationships, especially in the workplace. Her benchmark was for the workplace. And she said that she looked at things she used to do as a woman. For example, she wouldn't wear skirts or dresses or anything tight to work. She would try and dress up more as a man than a woman because she thought that would help her get further. Two, she thought that would make the men respect her a bit more because they weren't concerned with how her body looked into her clothes. And she didn't really put on any makeup, didn't wear lipstick. She tried to stay as subtle or more like a guy than a woman. And she says after some time she realized she was competing with the women. And remember, the spaces we have as women in the workplace or anywhere are very few. So you're trying to be like a guy, but you're competing for the same position as a woman. There are few positions. And she said, for me to be able to compete didn't have anything to do with lipstick or skirts or dresses. I could have competed because I'm good. I'm better than a guy, better than a woman. Just compete because you're good, not because I have to dumb down my being feminine or I have to be more like a guy. And I loved that article. I actually kept it because I think I used to be that kind of person. I used to be the person even in school. Let's not even go to the workplace yet. Let's check school. I used to be the tomboy. I mean, I didn't want to have my hair long. I didn't want to wear anything feminine. I was always in jeans, baggy jeans at that. I was always the one who had, out of my 10 friends, 9 were boys. Because you feel like you're winning by running away from being a female or from being with your fellow ladies. And the more I grew up, I realized, oh, wait. Who brainwashed us? Who told us women can't work together, grow together, be together, succeed together? Like I was just telling my producer, saying, I need to find out who brainwashed women to tell them they're the weaker sex, they're not strong enough, they're not brilliant enough. If I find you, if you're the person who did that, I'll smack you. So this Women's Day, think of a few things. 1, learn how to appreciate your feminism. It's okay to like lipstick. It's okay to like 3 layers of foundation. Right? It's okay. Maybe that's you. You like to wear heels from January to December. Maybe you like to accentuate your body with certain clothes. Appreciate your femininity. Maybe for you say, I'm not that girl. I will not be doing that. But for me, I'll invest in some good nail polish. Or it has nothing to do with my looks. As a woman, I appreciate myself because of vulnerability. I'm soft, I'm emotional, and I like that. Yes, appreciate it. Take it. That's your femininity. Or as a woman in my role as a homemaker, I'm happy. I don't have to go for all the career go-getting prospects. I just like to make sure my home is sorted, my kids are sorted, my husband is sorted. It's okay. Appreciate your femininity. That's your role. That's what you like. Or I'm a career woman. I like to succeed. I like to do all sorts of things. I like to play in a man's world and win. It's okay. Appreciate your femininity however you like. This Women's Day, I'm just asking that we think twice about the comparison game. Somebody taught us how to be envious and jealous of each other. We need to yank that out of our system. We need to celebrate each other's successes. Because let me tell you, sometimes you're jealous of something and you don't even know how hard the person has worked for that opportunity. You don't know how hard the person is going to work to keep that opportunity. If it's not meant for them, it will go. If it's meant for them, it will stay. If anything, learn from them. As women, we need to start saying, how is Flavia doing it? How was she able to move from one place to the other? Can I, instead of hating on her, speak to her and ask, okay, I'm stuck here. I'm confused on how you've been able to move that quick and I'm stuck. Things like that. You see another woman's business successful, support her. Buy something from her. If it's not a good product, give her a review. Don't go on Facebook and start saying, oh, this girl has a bad product and this. You know, just reach out to her and say, friend, I don't know if it's the ingredients, I don't know if it's the marketing, something is lacking. Just help her to rise, because honestly speaking, I actually believe that as women, we need to collaborate more than compete for this reason. There's nobody in the world going to understand you more than a woman. And the last thing that I want to tell you that us women do that we need to kind of get rid of is we like to compare our failures or sadness. It's a world of social media. We're always on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever, and it takes one thing to happen to a woman and we will bash the woman. Say a couple breaks up. Famous couple, we all know them maybe. Or maybe we don't know the girl. Maybe we know that guy. Whatever. They break up, the first thing everybody does is, that woman is stupid. That woman didn't know this. Da, 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 da. Look through those comments. The biggest percentage is women. Because we like to compare our sadness. I'm sorry for saying this, women, but you understand. You like to say, I'm sad, but not as sad as Becky. I'm failing, but I'm not failing as sad as bad as Grace. For her, she's worse. You feel more comfortable knowing another woman is failing or having it worse than you. Or someone will look at their marriage and say, I have problems, but some women have problems. Who taught us to compare our sadness and failures? Let's stop that. So that's my last thing to you. If we as women can learn instead to do the opposite, compare your strengths. I've got this. Oh, and she's got that. Oh, and she's winning here. And can you imagine this is happening for her and this is up? You know, you start feeling like, hey, I'm surrounded by a good space of women. I'm surrounded by winners. It'll make you feel much better than when you start comparing your sadness. Okay? So happy Women's Month, happy Women's Day. Enjoy and let's celebrate each other before we ask the world to go celebrating us. Okay?